What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and the finale of Book of Boba Fett premiered on Disney Plus last night. And if you take a look at the reactions on social media, on YouTube, anywhere, I think that mixed might be the best way to put it. You see some people that are loving it and praising it, but you see a lot of other people that are saying, this was it, this was the finale we were waiting for. This is absolutely pathetic. And I'm not gonna sit here and get into details because, as you guys probably know if you're watching this channel, I'm not reviewing this stuff anymore because Disney is Disney. Lucasfilm is Lucasfilm. Disney Star Wars will continue to be Disney Star Wars until it's not owned by Disney anymore. A lot of people may want to pretend there's a Lucasfilm Civil War, that it's just one certain person there that's the problem. That's obviously not it. Everyone's on the same side here. But something that's been pushed for a long time has been this theory that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, with the Filoniverse, with Boba Fett, with Mando, with Ahsoka, they're going to retcon the sequel trilogy. It's happening in front of your very eyes. Well, for the people that are still hanging on and clinging to that, it probably wasn't a very good day for you, because episodes 6 and 7 very clearly stated that this show is in line, is in continuity with The Last Jedi and the sequel trilogy, just as we've seen play out the entire time. Now, if you are someone who likes Book of Boba Fett, likes Mandalorian, you can like it. That's okay. Just admit that you like it. Just admit that you like what's happening on screen. Admit that you don't care that it's leading to the sequel trilogies. But there are some people out there that feel like the only way they can justify liking something from Disney Star Wars is to say, well, it's because I know they're going to retcon it. I know because someone told me this would happen. I know I have hope. At this point, I think everyone just needs to evaluate and realize that that's not what's happening. And you can see here from Bounding into Comics, Lucasfilm again confirms The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett lead to the sequel trilogy. And a lot of this started with the last week's episode. Now, of course, I have this picture up here. I think that's pretty much, you don't have to worry. You've seen that everywhere at this point if you're paying attention at all. But there will be, I guess, some small spoilers for episodes 6 and 7 of Book of Boba Fett. There's your warning. But one of the things we saw last week was Mando travel to Luke Skywalker and Grogu to try to give Grogu a gift. And in the process, we saw the building, literally the building of Luke's Jedi Temple from Last Jedi. A lot of people try to say, no, that's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Well, as we soon found out from StarWars.com, it was in fact the same thing. I just tweeted this out, LOL. Because there are people out there that want to try to use you and convince you of something different. And that's just not the truth. Confirmed, the temple scene in Book of Boba Fett is Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple from The Last Jedi. And you have here, this is written by Kristen Baver, who I think she's the person who hosts the Star Wars show on YouTube, the redheaded girl, if I'm remembering right, over on StarWars.com. And the first thing they say, Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple. We've glimpsed Luke's storied temple in comic books and on film, although to be fair, it was mostly rubble and flame in Star Wars The Last Jedi. Now, we turn back the clock to see the new Jedi School at its inception, with ant droids working hard to place every stone on the first humble hut. And indeed, if you were paying attention, you could clearly tell what they were trying to do. They were trying to show you this. They even set this scene up like this. They wanted you to know that this was from The Last Jedi, because again, this is in continuity with the sequel trilogies, as much as people want to convince you otherwise. They're wrong. But there was more. Let's get back to the article here from Bounding into Comics. We just talked about this, the first humble hut, as we see there. The newly released Chapter 7 of Book of Boba Fett would also provide more confirmation the show leads to the sequel trilogy, as Baby Yoda is shown wearing the Beskar armor gifted to him by Din Djarin. And this is what I saw so many people saying, oh, he's going to choose the lightsaber. He's going to become Luke Skywalker's first student. So that means that they're retconning the sequel trilogy, guys. And I even saw so many people using, one little line in this same article itself, Grogu's choice. The foundling turned Padawan must choose his destiny. So that sentence right there that said, look, they're saying he's a Padawan. They're telling us that the sequels have been retconned, everyone. Well, they evidently didn't pay attention. I saw this scene online. Again, I'm not sitting here watching the show. I'm not reviewing this show on Disney Plus because this is Disney Star Wars. It's not going to change, ladies and gentlemen, until it's not owned by Disney anymore. But I want you to hear the exact words that Luke Skywalker, that CGI Luke Skywalker uses while talking to him. And you can clearly tell that, no, they're not retconning anything. Shows him the lightsaber.
There is a lightsaber.
Right, so he basically lays out, hey, your friend, the Mandalorian, gave you this armor. So you can take that if you want, or you can take this lightsaber. He gives him that choice. He says, you choose the armor, you forsake the way of the Jedi, you go back to your friend, the Mandalorian. But if he chooses the lightsaber, listen.
But if you choose the lightsaber, you will be the first student in my academy, and I will train you to be a great Jedi.
So if you choose the lightsaber, you will be the first student in my new academy. That's what everyone was trying to say. Well, Ben Solo is supposed to be the first. That means they're retconning it. No. They haven't. They made very sure, they made extra sure to point this out that no, in fact, it's not a retcon. It's completely in line with the sequel trilogy. And in this episode, apparently, Grogu goes back to the Mandalorian with his armor on, making the decision to not become a Jedi. It could not be any more clear. There's another shot of the temple and some of the huts from Luke Skywalker's academy, which Ben Solo was his first student. But Jon Favreau's been clear. They've all been clear where this is headed from the beginning. They told us it was going to link up moments between the sequels and the originals and the prequels. That is what they told us over and over and over again. Some people wanted to say, oh, well, Han Solo's going to show up. Han Solo's going to show up at the end, guys, because something appeared on IMDb, because Harrison Ford's name got put on IMDb. Guess what? Anyone can put stuff on IMDb. Here's the cast as it is. I don't see Han Solo on there anymore. I certainly don't see Han Solo anymore. But if I wanted to, I could sign up for an account. I could sign up for an account and add some stuff to it, because that's how IMDb works. Basically, anyone can put some stuff up on there. Look, edit. I can edit top cast. Of course, I'd have to create an actual IMDb profile, do all that stuff. I have no desire to do that. But that's just true. Contribute to IMDb. Add data that will be seen by millions of people and get cool badges. How many times do people have to get burned by seeing a random thing on IMDb before they realize that's not a reliable source? I'm not sure. One thing I do know is that this is headed to the sequel trilogy. It always has been. It always will be. If you like it, that is fine. But you don't need to try to justify liking it by claiming that it's because it's going to be retconned. If you like it, just enjoy it for what it is. If you don't care that it's leading to sequels, it doesn't matter. A lot of people like these shows. That's the truth. That's the bottom line. There's a lot of people that don't like these shows for reasons completely unrelated for continuity. But this bell that keeps getting rung about retconning the sequels, every freaking rumor that comes out, oh, well, then another thing comes out to contradict that, to contradict that, to contradict that, to cover their tracks, is garbage. We should all be able to see that by now. And Disney Star Wars, it doesn't matter if it's Kathleen Kennedy, who is still the Lucasfilm president, by the way. Doesn't matter if Pablo Hidalgo's there. Doesn't matter if Favreau, Filoni. They are all part of the same machine for Disney, okay? There are no sides over there. They're all united in making Star Wars, and it is Disney Star Wars, whether you want to admit it or not. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.